In Ukraine, evidence of mass graves that could hold the bodies of more than 400 people. It's in the recently liberated city of Izyum, one of the places within that vast area retaken by Ukraine from Russian forces since the start of the month. Well, from there, our senior international correspondent Ola Girin sent this report.
Trying to tow away unintended gifts from Moscow, left behind after a Russian rout, now stuck in a ditch near the city of Izyum. Come on, Andrew jokes, let's give it a push. Ukrainian troops savouring their victory. A roadside reunion among brothers in arms.
Super, this is super.
Ukraine is winning, he tells us. Now we feel strong. I thank Europe, especially Britain and Boris Johnson, and thanks to the United States. Without their support, I would probably be dead already. Inside Izyum, Ukrainian forces now own the streets. Defeat here was a real blow for the Russians. They used this strategic city as a logistics base. Local people no longer afraid, now able to mock the enemy. Larissa unloads her bags with trepidation. She's just returned with her friend Victoria, but has no home left to go to. Our house is completely destroyed, she says. They ruined everything. All I have left are my keys and my identity documents. For months, this city was bombarded, its people cut off, their stories untold. Izyum's dead are still being counted, and the atrocities still coming to light. Like the Russian attack here back in March at around 9 one morning. This was a residential building, a place where civilians were living, and it was ripped apart by an airstrike. The centre of the building is completely gone, and you can still see evidence of those who were living here. On the top floor, there's a television. A few floors below, there's still clothes hanging in a wardrobe. Officials here say that 47 people were killed, among them children. They weren't safe even in the shelter, where residents huddled together to keep warm. There are school books in the wreckage and smiling faces in a family album. Tatiana shows me her singed balcony. She says she had a lovely apartment and lived here for 22 years. She survived because she was in the bomb shelter at work, not the one at home.
It was beautiful here. There were roses and flower beds. The building was well looked after. When I found out that almost all the neighbours had died, and some weren't even found because they were burned, I was hysterical. And I've just found out my favourite neighbours are dead too.
Alexander is also grief-stricken over the death of his son Artur, killed on Monday by a collaborator, he says, just after the Russians were pushed out. In desperation, he's written a long account of the killing, hoping someone will help him get justice. The Russians had their main base here, their flag now consigned to the rubbish. Inside, a paper trail, though some documents were hastily torn up. Nearby, we found piles of Ukrainian passports they had confiscated. Outside the building, Ukrainian police grow suspicious of a man who was hanging around. They're still hunting for enemy agents. He's detained for questioning. Police here now say they have found evidence of a mass grave around Izyum, thought to contain more than 400 people. It's unclear how they died, but exhumations are due to begin tomorrow. Orla Guerin, BBC News, Izyum.